I think a pet build is an inevitability now, just like an Albrecht's Aether Ray build is and a Battle Mage build is. So today we are going to look at a pet build, the Conjurer. And I'm going to go through everything again, just like I do in all these build videos, and talk about stuff while theory crafting and all that nonsense. First and foremost, we have Summon Briarthorn maxed out. 1 point in Ground Slam, 1 point in Emboldening Roar. I'm fairly certain Primal Bond is maxed out. I have so many pluses on these two. I know that's maxed out. So yeah, I think that's maxed out as well. Primal Bond, I maxed this out because the 17% damage absorption on you is excellent, and total damage and health to pets is also really nice. Primal Bond, or Conjure Primal Spirit, is really powerful. So that's why you max that out. And then 1 point in Mogdragon's Pact with Heart of the Wild for the health and regen for you, and the health and the regen on your pets, because they get affected by it up there. Grasping Vines, I have 1 point in Grasping Vines and Entangling Vines, and I'll point out the reason why momentarily. 1 point, again, I'll point out the reason, in Sigil of Consumption. 10 on Summon Familiar with 1 on Mend Flesh. Max out the Hellhound. Max out Bonds of Byzmiel. The next level cap increase is going to be when I go for Manipulation, which will be a great DPS boost for the pets. But right now, it would require 18 points to get it, technically 19 points to get it and activate it, and I don't want to weaken the rest of the character just to get Manipulation kind of started. So, yeah, this is gonna be the end game for this guy. And maybe I'll do the 1 pointers in all of these depending on what gear I get. So that covers that. Speaking of gear, Black Hand of Senarcine is, I think, the go-to pet weapon because of the +1 to both the Briarthorn and Hellhound. The total damage, offensive ability, defensive ability for the pets. And also you get a fun new ability where you conjure Devourers if you get hit. So now, like, getting hit, you'll get a benefit out of it. And that is Chthonian Devourers. So you get the little cute mouthy guys that they should make plushies of as bonus pets if you get struck. Wild Speaker Coat. Pretty much all the rest of the gear is pretty standard, and I think it's all the same from the last time I did this build. The Wild Speaker Coat is your go-to shamanistic coat. Swamp Dweller leg guards are gonna get replaced in the 60s by a pet-centric pair of pants. I have them. I obviously can't equip them yet because we're capped at 60. Ancestor's a relic. Acolyte's Quarters are belt. Mogdragon's Sigil is the metal. Rifthound leather boots are the boots. Throwaway gloves, because I don't have good pet gloves. Rewari shoulder guard for our shoulders. Black Grimoire of Agnapesh with Summon Revenant of Agnapesh is a pretty obvious go-to for an offhand. Bramblewood Amulet. Briarthorn Band. Death's Life Seal. And Death's Visage is our gearing. So I mentioned that I have... Oh, and I have the, sort of a special aside. I have Void Touch ammo on my offhand. The reason for that is because it allows me to activate Shepherd's Call. Shepherd's Call is the devotion ability for giving your pets a damage bonus. And while this is active, you grant your pets a lot of damage. Also, you get some retaliation out of it, which is pretty nice. But yeah, it's in the Ascendant, and I think it's the first thing to go for a pet build with devotion. So 1 point in the Crossroads Ascendant piece, and then pick up the Shepherd's Crook. Now, there's going to be a lot of theory on my part as to where I want to take this. But for right now, I grabbed the Shepherd's Crook and the Raven, because the Raven is pretty much all pet-based. The bonus lightning damage seems a little weird to me. I don't actually think I have pets that can deal lightning damage. Oh no, they have elemental damage on them because of Ancestor. Forgot to point that out. Ancestor has actually been changed around a little bit. It used to just be, I think, damage and health. It was some pretty standard bonuses, and then vitality resistance for your pets. Now it gives them flat elemental damage and a whole bunch of different percent damages, and I think it's a huge improvement. And that's where that percent lightning damage is actually going to be effective on our pets. But anyways, I use, we have the Raven, and then we hop over to Bismiel's Bonds to get Bismiel's Command, which will give us another pet. And I assign this to the Chaos Bolt. Or no, I assign that to the Sigil of Consumption. The Chaos Bolt has Shepherd's Call on it because I can constantly throw the Chaos Bolt, and that'll let us stack up the Shepherd's Calls while Sigil of Consumption, when we throw it down, because this is on such a long cooldown, we can have it on a cooldown ability. The Jackal, I only gain the Jackal because it's a very quick, easy way to get 4 into Chaos, which lets us pick up Bismiel's Bonds. So, for the future of this character, it's kind of in debate right now because Howl of Mogdragon on Mogdragon the Wolf here is 30% chance on enemy death. And that means the character is going to have to start sniping out enemy deaths to get this bonus. And I actually think this should be 30% chance on crit, or even 15% chance on attack, because I don't mind having to interact with the enemies with a pet character. In fact, I don't even think any of these abilities should be able to be placed on pets. I think they should be totally on you to be able to cast them up. I think that's only fair. I think that's only balanced. So having your character have to interact with enemies, I think is totally fine, even though the character is a pet build. But the thing about Mogdragon the Wolf is all of these abilities are for your pets, but this ability itself, Howl of Mogdragon, I don't actually know if it's going to be effective at all because it's on enemy death. I think it should be on attack or on crit. That's just my opinion, though. Raise the Dead, the ability that's up here. On the Revenant, that should be on enemy death because that only makes sense. Even though that does mean you're going to have to sniper things out from underneath your pets. I also note that the Hungering Void here is on attack, and this gives you a bonus to your pets as well. And that's potentially something I might go for with this character. But she's so devoted to Ascendant and Eldritch, I think Mogdragon the Wolf is just the way to go for it. And eventually I do want to get over here to get this, and I think it's going to be the way to go because they'll probably clean up how it works. The only thing is I don't know what the next 10 points into Eldritch are going to be for her. Because a lot of these you sort of don't gain any advantage as a pet character for these. I think maybe the Fox and the Scholar's Light is 9. That's 18. No, wait. She needs 15, right? Okay, 15. So, just another 6. Yeah, I honestly can't tell. I honestly don't know what the 6 are going to be. It's kind of difficult to figure all this stuff out, too. Like, where am I going to take what? Because a lot of these aren't going to benefit her that much at all. But yeah, stacking up passives to get this is the way to go, definitely. And I'd probably pick up, I'd actually consider the Owl, maybe? Well, no. Requires order. Yeah, it's going to be tricky to figure out how to get into Mogdragon the Wolf while still getting advantage from the devotion abilities. So, okay, we're going to go to Darkvale Gate because I haven't run it in a while, and there's a pretty tough boss at the end. So, I'm not actually going to be doing this for damage myself. See, this is our Um, that little symbol when it pops up is our what do you call it? Shepherd's Call. And this little green guy here is our Eldritch Hound we got out of Bysmeal's command. So yeah, we see all these like 6,000s, 7,000s. These are our pets hitting the enemy. You're also gonna hear possibly little growls. That's the noise that happens when. That's the noise that happens when Shepherd's Call hits. Oh, come on. You, get to work. Earn your place on my team. Primal Spirit, not very intelligent. Sometimes. I'm also going to point out your tornadoes and totems can't proc the devotion abilities either. And yes, I do think that's actually kind of fair as well. Because those abilities are way too easy to throw down and let go. So I think having them sort of in this place of they're there for attacking, but and gaining benefits from what you have. Oh, there's a little devourer. We have a devourer. Yeah, I think it's only fair that the balance of the game is for that. And I do have Grasping Vines right now, even though I could probably put those 2 points elsewhere. Mostly for its ability to slow enemies down. It's actually kind of a helpful little snare. It doesn't stop anything, but it does slow things. And that's helpful. The Sigil is there for just sheerly there to get our Eldritch Hound out. And I almost want to pick up some a different enabling attack to maybe have that, but like I can't think of a good component to get an attack. I can't think of a good, like maybe Amber, but I don't want to be attacking that close because this character's really, really squishy. Pets aren't. Pets have like 40,000 hit points each. If you ever see the pets with like their health low, you know they've gone through some crap. Come in here, guys. So yeah, that's my character getting kind of surrounded and slapped in the face a lot. So yeah, you gotta be careful where you stand with this character because everything's all about the pets. So she is not tough at all. She's only here to sit here and throw chaos bolts out to buff. And hide behind her Grasping Vines. So you can see what I mean by like sniping out from underneath your pets. I don't think it's going to be possible. Like unless you're doing a really really active build, like, and that would probably require a completely different class combination. I don't think it's possible for you to really get Hollow of Magdragon going. I mean, I'd have to cheat to try it out, but and test that theory. But yeah, right now it just I don't see it actually working that well. Even this like chaos bolt is really difficult to aim. I mean, it is proccing primal or Shepherd's Call a lot, but it does feel like it's a really tricky thing to actually get on target. See, when we get hit, it's like I don't actually mind getting hit a couple times though, because we get little devourers out of it, and we're already here, so it's not like this build is crap. It's going through this, you know, pretty but not bad. Ah, crap. So yeah, we got hoarded, and the game just like lagged there, I guess. That's why I put those town portals out there. So I'm actually going to run around more in here. Pick that up so I don't touch it later. Okay. No, 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 no! See, in the present version of the game, it feels really, like, shaky. Kick his ass! No, don't come after me, go after my pets! Yeah, the game feels a little on, like, the shaky side in terms of... Oh, he's dead. Like, it's been kind of... just really jumpy and jittery and laggy lately. Okay, so that was a pet build going through Darkvale Gate, where I also died. The character's not immortal. It is not... It's squishy, but it's not like the enemies look at you and you die. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.